I'm back.
Hello, and welcome back to the Arcana. Today we're going to be playing Book 4, The Emperor. Now, just a quick recap before we start. Last episode, we got to eat with the Countess, and she told us why she wanted us there in the first place. She said she's going to be opening like a masquerade party or something like that, and she wants us to help by catching and arresting Julian because he supposedly killed the Count. Some dogs dragged us up some stairs. We went to this weird, creepy, abandoned hall, and then we saw some kind of goat monster. We confirmed that there is a demon of some sort in this palace watching us behind the walls. Right now our goal is to get the hell out of here.
Let's go.
I'm back on the black stone path, whipped by wind and rust-colored sand. The thick, dark clouds hanging overhead are heavier than before. But if I'm dreaming again, where is Azra? Azra's dead. He's burning in the depths of hell. You're never gonna see him again. The unforgiving wind burns my eyes as I search the desolate landscape. Up ahead, too far to reach, Azra's still with the lumbering beast. They've stopped at a fork in the road. One way goes east, the other west. Well, I already know which way I'm going. The opposite direction of where he's going. Azra dismounts the creature, placing a hand on its hide. It turns down the path to the east. Azra walks west, and know at once he is going the wrong way.
Bitch, are you dumb?
Bruh, I knew this man was dumb to a certain extent, but I didn't think he would be this stupid. First off, why would you get off of the beast that you're riding? That makes no sense. Wouldn't it be easier to get to where you wanted to go if you, stayed on it and just rode the way? I don't know. It's a dream. It's not supposed to make sense. Not that way. Not again. Yes, again. Yes, forever and always. Always. His head turns. Even from the uncrossable distance, I feel our eyes meet.
Fuck you looking at, bitch?
Look away now. Orpheus, shut up. His voice is just a longing whisper on the wind. Bro, who would pay for that? It's literally just a dream. Watch, it's gonna be the dream decisions are probably gonna determine the entire ending of the game. He drops his gaze and continues down the westward path, fading from my sight. I'm calling after him even as my dream is swallowed by sand. Bro, he's not worth it. I swear, Orpheus never listens to me. Sunlight tickles my face. I open my eyes with a groan. Morning, Orpheus! Get out of my face, Portia! Portia sets out a tray of breakfast pastries while I slowly sit up. What a lovely sunrise. Did you sleep well? No, I had the worst nightmare ever. The Countess wants you to meet her in the library once you've eaten and dressed. Portia seats a neat pile of elegant clothing on the bed beside me. I unfold the top piece, marveling at the way the fabric moves. We took your old clothes to be laundered. Milady asked me to provide these for you. Well, ask her to provide them back. I'll be waiting in the hall. Whenever you're ready. Portia ducks out the door. I move the silky garments aside and toss back my bed covers. I eat quickly, not wanting to keep the Countess waiting. The pastries are still warm and flaky, each more delicate and whimsical than the last. Bruh, how does a pastry taste whimsical? That makes no sense. Work on your descriptions. Then I disrobe and pull on my new outfit, fumbling with its clasps and buttons. Ooh, don't you look nice?
Well, hold on on that. Hold on.
I saw that! You disgusting pervert! That's absolutely unacceptable!
Were you spying on me? Were you watching me change, you pervert? The Countess is a real eye for fashion. She'll definitely be pleased. She might have a real eye, but she's definitely blind. Portia stops before a panel in the wall, 3 times my height. It is crafted of smooth wood and all the colors of rippling honey. Carved with dizzying intricacy, it's a great tree in the height of maturity. Its leaves and fruit are inlaid with jewels, precious stones, and mother of pearl. What? Bro, this makes no sense. This palace is a fever dream. It's Milady's own work. Beautiful, innit?
Let us commence forth.
British?
Portia retrieves a ring of keys from her pocket. There are about a dozen, each carved of the same wood as the panel, and each bearing a distinct jewel. One by one, she finds their locks in the panel. With each key, the roots of the tree start to unwind from each other, pulling free from the floor. This seems very impractical. It sounds very tedious. Why do you have to have like 500 keys for 500 jewels to access this one library? Like, what's in here that's so important that you need to like do all this? Imagine the other places and how secure they are if the library is like this. Also, since all the keys are connected, you can literally just cop the keys from someone, unlock it, and just sneak inside.
Bruh.
When all the locks have been turned, the panel folds upon itself on either side like a paper fan. Oh, that's actually really pretty. There are books everywhere, books winding up the walls, reaching for the ceiling. The Countess is waiting for us, seated in a reclining chair. Her eyes glitter with approval when she sees me. Orpheus, you look positively radiant. And you look negatively darkness. Bro, what are you wearing? I think your jewels are fake. They don't even look like jewels. Bro, why are you wearing gushers on your head?
Bruh.
Bro, take them off right now. They're all fake. None of it is gold. None of it is emerald. None of it is silver or whatever you wear. Nothing is real. You can't afford anything. I know for a fact that all of it is rip-off. I don't even think you can call your outfit an outfit. It doesn't even look like you're fully dressed yet. You just took the bed sheets off of your bed, tied it together with that little rag, and called it a day. Your hair, it looks like a My Little Pony OC. You look like a gacha character.
We are going to pretend we didn't hear that.
She gestures to the towering shelves all around us. Do you read? I love books. Reading is one of my favorite things to do in the entire world. What kind of question is that? Of course I read. It's literally school curriculum. I nod. The Countess tempers her surprise. Ah, somehow I suspected that you might. It is a great gift to read. Where I come from, it is shared amongst all citizens, but woefully uncommon here. Then do something about it. Stop complaining. You're literally the Countess. You're literally the queen. You can, like, make changes and stuff. This way, if you please. She leads me deeper into the shelves. Portia follows with a jingling ring of keys. I can't stop staring at all the books. My fingers itch to run along their spines, but I resist.
I'm the Globglow Gabgala. I love books, and this basement is a true treasure trove. Schwabble dabble glibber glabber.
I wonder if they have the greatest book of all time, My Immortal. Orpheus, you are my guest. If you should like to return here, you need only ask. But for the moment, the Countess stops before an alcove, nestled between the shelves. I would have your undivided attention here. A desk stands in a slim ray of daylight, cast from a tiny window. Books, journals, papers, and scrolls cover every inch of the desk. Despite the clutter, everything is carefully organized. Someone's place of study, preserved in time. This was Dr. Dvorak's desk. He was employed at the palace, as was your master Azra. Azra did it. Azra killed Lucio. I don't like Lucio. I hate him, from what I've gathered. But still, I think it's him. He did it. He did it. Watch. They're gonna make it look like, Julius the bad guy. But Azra here, goody two-shoes over here, is acting all nice and stuff. He's just trying to cover up the fact that he did it. Blood is on his hands. I mean, he could have easily done it with his magic. We called upon them to concoct a cure for the plague. My blood runs cold. The Red Plague, as it was called, swept through the city like wildfire. One day, a person with black hair woke up and looked at the mirror and screamed, realizing they were now a ginger.
Gingers have souls. I go to church. I'm a Christian. You don't know me. You're not God.
It claimed young and old, frail and strong. There was no way to tell who would succumb and turn into Ed Sheeran. Cases are rare now. I can't remember the last time I saw the telltale red in the whites of someone's eyes. Physicians, scientists, alchemists, fortune-tellers, magicians, all were invited in hopes that our resources may aid in their research. Hold up. The goat demon has red eyes. He has the plague. He carried the plague. I bet this plague was caused by that weird demon thing. Oh, is that why Julian wears an eye patch? To cover up his eye?
I'm mine. Oh.
Perhaps he was plotting even then, but the doctor accepted our invitation. As did your master Azra. Her gaze shifts to the window. It overlooks a large willow tree, which hangs over the fountain in the garden below. I have had the desk and its contents examined laboriously. Nothing of consequence has been found. But perhaps you will make better use of it. It is the best aid I can offer. She draws away, passing me and perfuming the air with jasmine. The search for Dr. Dvorak is now in your hands. You may proceed as you see fit. I ask only that you meet with me for dinner this evening. She smiles serenely and sweeps out of the room, Portia following in her wake. I feel like I'm being held hostage here. I want out.
SOS, please, someone help me.
I am left alone with the doctor's desk. There is a stack of books, a leather-bound folio, and scrolls tucked away in a little row of drawers. I like books. Let's check the books. I open a well-loved tome and flip through the pages. It appears to be a surgical guide. Some of the diagrams are stained with old blood.
What the hell?
Bro, why are you writing during the surgery? It's not very sanitary. Many of the pages are scrawled over with the doctor's notes. His handwriting is completely indecipherable. I can't make any sense of it. Of course it is. He's a doctor. What do you expect it to be? And more importantly, I sense nothing from the books. No lingering trace of the doctor. I can't find anything, even though there's literally blood on it. The folio papers are a little gold with age and thin, almost transparent. A meticulous drawing catches my eye. Its neat lines contrast sharply with the doctor's messy writing. Somehow, the patterns and shapes look very familiar, like I've seen them before. I trace one with my fingertip, and the hairs on my arm stand on end. There, an echo of desperation and single-minded purpose. It's a faint trace at best, but I can sense what the doctor was feeling when he made these drawings. I roll the drawing into a tight scroll and stow it in my bag. This fragile piece of paper. It's something the doctor cared about, something with a connection to him. I have to go see him, and I have to talk to him, and I have to rip the paper to shreds. A surge of excitement and apprehension rushed through me. I can use this. With a scroll of my magic to assist me, I might be able to find him. I glance out the window at the sky. It's a bit past noon. If I'm quick, I should be back in time for dinner with the Countess. The sun starts dipping in the sky as I make my way back into the city. My breath grows short as tremors of anxiety radiate from my gut, spreading to my fingertips. I haven't done magic like this on my own. I've always had Azra with me before. I've always had Azra. Shut up! I don't want to hear his name mentioned ever again. He left us for dead. Okay? That is it. That is the end. No more Azra. No more. No more. If you say his name one more time, I swear to God.
Fuck you, you family bitch!
Memories of his familiar voice soothe my mind. Start with your breath, full with your heart, and be present. That's terrible advice. Shut up, we're playing the Arcana, not watching a Disney film. Finding the calm I need, I gather up my magic, holding the scroll in both hands. A tingling sensation grows at the base of my neck. I follow the feeling away from the palace, through the city streets. I end up in a narrow, slippery street at the south end of Vesuvia. Its shabby stones are layered like scales. Clustered apartments line the passage, and murky reddish water swirls in the sluggish canal. Oh, that's good to know. We're in New York now. Suddenly, a door in front of me swings open, casting warm light down 3 jagged stone steps.
What the fuck?
Go away, Julian. I don't want to see you. Even though I looked for you, I don't want to see you. Oh, I'll be back. Just stepping out for some air.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
I freeze mid-step, my heart leaping into my throat. My spell worked.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock!
But I hadn't thought about what I'd do when I found him. Remember what you were going to do? You were going to take the paper out and just, tear it to shreds in front of him? I try to back away quietly, but something catches my heel, toppling me into an empty barrel. The next thing I know, I'm staring at the sky, limbs flailing uselessly as quick bootsteps approach. No! Go away! I can get out of this myself. Hello. That was quite a tumble. Are you alright? No, I got 3 severe concussions. I need to go to the hospital right away. The doctor leans over the barrel, extending a hand. He rears back when he sees my face. The shopkeep. What are you doing here? Come on, upsy daisy. A firm grip encircles each of my wrists, and I'm hauled out of the barrel like a snail shucked from its shell. Oh great, now I have to cleanse myself because this ginger here touched me. I stagger forward into the doctor's broad, gleaming chest. Ew! For a moment, his eye meets mine in surprise at our sudden proximity. Stop blushing! Then, with a friendly pat to my arms, he releases me. I take a good look at my surroundings for the first time. We're behind a tavern, well hidden from the street. Painted on the door is a cackling blackbird, lying back on a crescent moon. The rowdy raven, it reads. Dare I ask what brings you to this neck of the woods? I open my mouth, but no words come out. How do I even begin to explain? Just say that, Nadia sent you here to arrest him. As simple as that. The doctor gives me a knowing look and casts a glance to the open door. Its warm light glows between us. He turns to me with a glint in his eye.
Rumor has it that you're working for the palace.
But how did you know? Did Portia snitch or what? I don't know, something's up here. How does he just suddenly know this? I'm sure, Will, by now, you've heard some interesting stories about me. I nod. That much is true, if a gross understatement. But you haven't heard my side of the tale, have you? That's true too. I don't want to hear your side of the story. I don't care what you've done. I don't even care if you murdered anybody. All my knowledge is from the Countess's account, the wanted posters, and the muddled rumors. Besides, I do still owe you for the reading. Are you thirsty? My treat.
Oh, hell no!
I don't trust this. He knows that we're working for the palace, and since we know wanted posters, he broke into our house, he's looking for the witch. It seems like he doesn't like us. I don't think he likes us. We don't like him, so it would make sense for him to not like us. The fact that he's such a shady individual, I don't trust that. You would think, if I was in his situation, first off, I wouldn't even be in Vesuvia in the first place. You've been in the same place for over a year. Why haven't you, left or something? And if I saw someone that was working for the palace, that was trying to arrest me, I would probably try to find a way to kill them. I'd be very angry. And he seemed very concerned and very scared when he saw who I was. And then all of a sudden, he's acting all nice compared to the night that he broke in. I don't trust this. I don't trust this at all. However, if we say we're not thirsty, then he knows that we know that he's going to try to kill us. So he's going to try to find a different way. So we got to outsmart him. I am thirsty. His face splits in a brilliant grin. See how he's smiling after I say that? Oh, fantastic. Please, allow me. He beckons me up the steps to the door, easing it open and leading me through to the warmth inside. It's not even sundown, but the tavern is in full swing. The noise is cacophonous. Bruh, did you look outside? It was pitch black. The barkeep, wide, scar-faced, and barrel-armed, gives the doctor a cheeky salute when we pass by. A cackling drunkard swings out a wooden leg, which Dr. Dvorak politely pushes aside, tutting.
Buried with a donkey!
My escort guides me to a cozy booth in the back. You make yourself comfortable. I'll be right back. He breezes past me towards the bar. I try to sit still as I look around. Nearby, a pair of old crones are hunched over a card game, attended by a squabbling crowd. Up at the bar, the doctor chats with the barkeep. They both erupt into peals of laughter at some joke. Do you know why they're laughing, Orpheus? They're laughing because now they finally have you in their grasp. You're so oblivious to everything. You're so dumb. You're so stupid. He looks perfectly at ease. So different from when I met him at the shop. Yeah, he's happy because he's gonna kill you. That's why. He turns, making his way back with our drinks. He sets mine before me. He slides into the booth across from me, gulping down his drink with gusto. I peer into the golden liquid in my cup. It smells faintly like fruit.
This is definitely fruity.
Why can't we switch cups? It's obvious. It's obvious. Switch cups. I am not stupid. Frowning, I snatch the drink from his spidery fingers and I swap it with mine. Bruh, they used the word spidery in the description. What are some spiders? Poisonous. The doctor blinks as though he can't tell whether he'd imagine it or not. I hold his gaze while I gulp it down. See? You can't kill me. You can't kill me that easily. I am invincible. I am immortal. You can't get to me. Now I will tell the guards exactly where you are and I'm going to have you arrested and you will be put to death.
Very smart. Never trust a free drink.
Yeah, he's definitely pissed that I outsmarted him. Fingers interlocking on the table between us, he gives me a coy look. Heat flares under my cheeks.
You know, I never did get your name.
My name is Slim Shady.
Ah,
Slim Shady.
now that is the name. Such strength, such presence.
He offers me his hand and I take it, not to be intimidated by his leathery grip. The admiration in his gaze triggers a tremor of fluttering pride in my chest. I'm not quite sure why. I clear my throat, looking him dead in the eye.
You said you'd tell me your side of the story. Oh, I did, didn't I? How careless of me.
He laughs at my incredulous expression. Then he leans back in the booth, long limbs going every which way.
All right. Ask anything you like.
Wordlessly, I reach into my bag and hand him the scroll from the library. Once he starts reading, the smile slides from his face. He leans over the page, frowning in concentration. The map-like, winding patterns draw me in once again. I find myself leaning over the scroll for a closer look. I only look away when I feel Julian's eye on me.
Where did you find this? It was on your desk. In the palace library.
He looks away, but not before I see a flinch of pain cross his face. Ha ha, you're hurt. Ha ha, I hurt your feelings.
Oh, well, this is a slice of a human brain.
Orpheus, how do you not know what a brain looks like?
Every thought in your mind is dumb. Every word you speak is dumb. I pray that the world is against you.
There must be an explanation as to why Orpheus is so dumb.
The patterns are unique, actually, to each individual. Individual?
I meet his gaze, and he stiffens with trepidation.
You mean to say you've seen individual brains sliced like this? Of course he has, dumbass. He's a doctor.
Julian steeples his fingers and rests his chin on his thumbs. His expression is ghastly.
There are other drawings, aren't there, at the palace?
I nod, and he drums his fingers on his clenched jaw in clear distress.
Well, you better put this one back. Trust me, they'll notice it's gone.
As if he can't stand to look at it a moment longer, he rolls it up and hands it to me. I take the scroll and stow it in my bag. It feels heavier now, as if the page itself took on the weight of its ominous words.
Excuse me.
Whisking the Steins away, Julian heads back to the bar. Shrill bickering erupts from the card-playing crone's table. Julian whispers to one of the crones as he passes by and taps a single card in her hand. The card is played, throwing the crowd into chaos. Julian ducks away just as someone douses him with their drink. I hate it here. He's still wiping it off, chuckling when he returns to his seat.
You would think I'd know better than to get involved.
I raise an eyebrow. He's not wearing a mask? That's unacceptable. Unacceptable.
You're not worried about being seen here? No, I'm not too worried. Folks around here are known to oblige the wants and wishes of the palace. Even the raven spends his time scouting for guards, obsessively.
Julian scans the smoky rafters while I process what he told me. It's a little surprising. Oh, I get it. Yeah, the people are like rebelling and stuff, and he's like the face of the rebellion. Where Azra and I live, the guards are treated with reverence and fear in no small measure.
What the fuck? No.
Suddenly, the raven bursts in through a dusty window overhead, flying in loops with a guttural shriek. The bird beats himself against a string of bells, and the tavern erupts into chaos.
Guards! Palace guards!
Patrons claw their way out every door and window, playing cards tossed and fluttering in the air. I will have you arrested. The guards know where you are. The guards know where exactly I am, and I shall have you beheaded. Julian scoops me bodily from my seat. But do not scoop me. I am not ice cream. Don't scoop me. This isn't Blackpink. This isn't Papa's freezeria. Do not ever touch me. Do not dare touch me, especially that you are not wearing a mask. If I get corona, it's on you. It's getting cold, and the sun's almost set completely. The doctor casts a frantic glance up and down the alley before crowding me into the shadows.
You'll be able to find your way, yes? The guards aren't after you.
I know, but they're after you, and I nod. He clasps my upper arms and looks deep into my eyes.
Thanks for not... Well, thanks, Orpheus.
Yeah, I'm no snitch.
Flashback.
Now I will tell the guards exactly where you are, and I'm going to have you arrested, and you will be put to death.
End of flashback.
He turns and vanishes, leaving me all alone in the silent, shuttered alley. Now what do I do? I thought Julian might give me answers, but all I have are more swirling questions. Of course he's not going to give everything to you right away. You have to get him to trust you. That's why you have to date him, so he'll give you information.
Hey, you there?
Oh, hi. I saw Julian and he went that way.
Flashback.
Yeah, I'm no snitch.
End of flashback.
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie.
I whirl around as two armed guards appear at the alley entrance. They march toward me, but when they're close enough to see my face, they stop. Is there like a certain curfew? Like, why are they just like randomly arresting people?
Oh, Countess magician.
The guard gives me a short, sharp bow.
I'm Ludovico. We met yesterday at the gates.
I nod, trying to summon up some confidence.
Yes, I'm supposed to dine with the Countess again tonight, but it's getting late.
Ludovico briskly waves off my unasked question.
Well, how you a carriage back? Don't want to keep the Countess waiting.
He leads me back to a broader street, hails a gilded carriage, and closes the door behind me. The palace looms over the carriage as it approaches, a white monolith against the twinkling night sky. Portia is waiting for me at the gates, ready to help me out of the carriage. She's unusually quiet, not at all her usual cheerful self. She's emo, she's broken, she's depressed. I keep silent as well, occupied by tangled thoughts of my own. The grand doors swing open as we arrive to reveal an extravagant meal piled high upon the long table. Everything is richly seasoned with rare spices. I can recognize the scent of saffron wafting towards me. You're right on time, Orpheus. I hope your day was fruitful, and I hope your day was vegetable-full. A servant seats me and fills my glass with a pale rose beverage. The delicate floral aroma reminds me of the Countess's perfume. First, let us attend to some small matters. My courtiers are most eager to meet you. I shall introduce you to them tomorrow afternoon. They will want to know everything about you, but choose wisely what you wish to tell. I will be informing them of the masquerade as well. I imagine they will be ecstatic. I nod slowly as I chew my food. The ways of the court are foreign to me, but I can trust, at the very least, that the Countess won't allow me to be an embarrassment. And tomorrow at noon, Portia will lead a retinue into the town square to announce the masquerade. Once the townspeople hear, word will spread on its own, and then it shall be out of our hands. I imagine the crowds will be eager to see Count Lucio's murderer hang. Well, I doubt that. I think of Julian, bathed in the warm, welcoming light of the tavern, swinging from the gallows. Now it's time to tell Nadia that you saw Julian, you found him at the tavern. Why didn't he tell Nadia about how Julian literally broke into his shop? Why didn't he tell her that? That's like enough evidence to warrant an entire search. My heart grows cold at the image, but I'm careful not to let it show on my face. Why are you feeling guilty about Julian being dead? But these are tomorrow's matters. Tonight, Orpheus, I have questions. Questions? I brace myself for the inevitable queries about where I went, what I've been doing. Yes, I wish to become familiar with you. Of course she does. All I want is to just, solve the problem and leave. Her words catch me off guard. I didn't expect her to have any interest in who I was. Let us be strangers no longer. May tonight be the beginning of a valuable friendship. She starts with simple questions. How I enjoy the town, my daily goings-on, my favorite thing to eat.
Chocolate vanilla swirl with cookie crunch, please.
I ask her questions in turn and learn that her favorite food is spiced swordfish. Then I ask the forbidden question. What is her social security number, and what are the weird wacky numbers on the back of her credit card? In Prakra, spiced swordfish is a summer dish. Would hardly suffer a warm night without it. Prakra, a vast land in the north. The Countess's home. though I had thought it was only rumor. The kitchen does try to humor my requests, but alas, they can never seem to spice it quite right. Do you ever miss living there? The Countess looks thoughtfully down into her glass, elegant fingers curled delicately around its stem. Perhaps. I don't think I would ever return to Prakra, but there are things I miss about my home. Often, when I was feeling morose, I would take a walk down to the white beaches of my homeland. Observing the opalescent waves crash over the sands would soothe my worried soul. The bittersweet expression on her face as she speaks of her homeland makes her look years younger. I notice that the servants are listening as they work, watching the Countess and I with wondering eyes.
Fuck you in there, bitch!
Well, if we are to reminisce, perhaps we should do so somewhere more private.
Touch me and I sue you for sexual harassment. That's not no little shit!
Would you care to join me on the veranda for a nightcap? She looks down at me, a soft smile tugging at her lips. Just the two of us.
Hell no!
I see where you're going here. No. Then she holds her hand out towards me, waiting expectantly. No, thank you. I can't. It's a paid choice. I have to pay coins for that. But I'm surprised that you can say no to her. Like, I was expecting her to be like, you have to accept everything she offers you, or else she will execute you. That's how I thought she would be. I thought she was like a tyrant or something. Ah, are you tired? Or perhaps shy? It is quite alright, Orpheus. I understand completely. I do hope you will have a pleasant evening. Portia, please show our guest back to his room. Nadia exits the dining room, the scent of jasmine lingering in the air for a moment before fading as well. Portia appears at my elbow, smiling warmly. I nod gratefully and get to my feet, following Portia out. Our footsteps echo in the empty halls. Portia walks cheerfully beside me. Here, I'll show you a shortcut back to your room, just in case Mercedes and Melchior are skulking around again. Thank you, Portia, for ensuring my safety. She leads me down a narrow, dusty hallway. Her fingers find the edge of a moth-eaten tapestry.
What the f-
With a dramatic flourish, she reveals a secret passage on the other side. People can watch us behind the paintings. People can watch us behind the holes in the walls. She throws a smile and a wink my way, gesturing for me to step in. You knew this was here. Her soft laugh echoes down the gloomy hallway, and her eyes glitter with mischief. It's my job to know everything around here, including little tricks like this. It's dim on the other side, the floor uneven beneath my feet. Bruh, you took me back to the room. Let me out. I don't care if this is a shortcut. I don't want this. I don't want to run into the goat monster. I have no idea where I am, but Portia seems to know exactly where she's going. You know, things have gotten a lot more interesting around here since you showed up, and all the rumors floating around. My goodness, you'd think we had nothing to do but chat. Do you hear a lot of rumors? Why? Something you want to tell me, Orpheus? Caught off guard, I lapse back into silence. I don't even know how to begin explaining what happened at the Rowdy Raven. Bruh, just tell her. It literally doesn't matter. After a few twists and turns, we're out of the narrow passage and back in the guest wing. It seems servants came during the day to tidy up. They've placed a fresh pitcher of water on the desk. Incense burns by the window, filling the room with hazy swirls of wood and spice. When I drop my bag at the foot of the bed, the scroll from Julian's desk rolls out. Uh-oh. Portia spots it. She looks as if she's dying to ask a question, but it falters before it can escape her lips. Yeah, you better not speak. Okay, I don't want to have to explain it to you. I'm trying to go to sleep. Trying to get my beauty sleep. You seem concerned. Concerned? Me? Maybe. It's just the doctor. He can't be the only suspect, right? Just between you and me, I think Count Lucio had a lot of enemies too. Of course he did. Of course he's going to have a lot of enemies. He literally rules the kingdom. But watch, someone else is going to do it. I do think Julian is innocent to a certain extent. I don't think he's 100% good, but I don't think he killed Lucio either. They're going to pull some kind of plot twist like Azra did it. I wasn't working here when it happened. I've only heard rumors of what went on that night.
Just keep your eyes peeled for anything strange, alright?
I've had my eyes peeled since the beginning, okay? You don't need to remind me.
Then she smiles, the worry clearing from her face. She leans in close to me, voice low. You know, if you're not too tired yet, I could show you around the palace. There's a lot of interesting things on the grounds. Maybe I could show you some more secrets.
Are you trying to get me into trouble? There's literally a curfew. There's literally a curfew in several parts of Vesuvia. There's definitely one here. If I go out and they catch me, I'm gonna be kicked out or arrested or executed or something. Watch. Stop trying to get me into trouble, Portia. If you think you can handle them. Is she teasing me? She gives me another wink and tilts her head, waiting for an answer. I don't trust you. You're gonna lead me to my death. But yeah, that's probably not even allowed. Why wouldn't it be allowed? You're not a prisoner here, you know. You look like you can keep a secret. I'm not too worried. You look like you can't. So why should I trust you? I'm very worried.
I'm too tired.
I get it. You had a long day and a lot on your mind. Get some rest. Tomorrow, Milady wants you to join us in town to announce the masquerade. I'll be back at dawn. Don't sleep in.
Don't tell me what to do. Thank you. You're not my mom.
With that, she's gone, leaving me alone with my thoughts. And that is the end of this chapter. I would like to thank you guys so much for all your love, patience, and support. You guys are amazing. I'm sorry I haven't released any new material in a while. I've been very busy with school and other projects, but I do plan to record the next episode almost as soon as I'm done releasing this, so you won't have to wait another 3 months for another video to come out. I'm trying to release on shorter times. Next chapter will be the Hierophant. I believe this is the last chapter of the prologue before we move on to the routes. So this is a very big part. Now I'll see you guys next time.